Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-August 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Libras. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for these beautiful Libras here in mid-August? It's Leo season. What energies, messages, insights can we pull for our good friends? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see who might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Libra in mid-August. What's happening for my good friends? Let's get this card out nice and quick. What do we have? Oh, there we go. Took a few shuffles, but there it is. There's something here about sleep or dreams that could be very important. Now, I'm hoping you're not having sleep issues, but I often see this energy show up around water signs a lot. Like it's very imaginative and daydreamy and creative, but this can mean a lot of different things. Now, before we fully dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check it out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit more about this card. So we see our good friend here in the PJs, in the pajamas, got the sleeping cap on. There's some nonsensical things happening all around this person. There's dream catchers. So of course, we're always going to go this route when this card shows up. Very important that you're getting rest and relaxation. Hopefully you're not having insomnia or things are messing with your sleep. For a portion of you, you could be having some very vivid dreams, or spirit could be trying to communicate to you through dream. That's very important. So if you feel like that's the case and you're getting very realistic dreams, you might want to journal them down. But if that's not the case, as I already mentioned, this is an extremely creative type of energy. So for you in this time, that could be very important. So whether it's for your own personal emotional work or your own creative expression or even business, expressing yourself is very important here. So for a lot of you, you could have that urge to bring something forth and express yourself. But there is this really strong energy around the importance of rest, keeping a good schedule as well. So we're just going to leave it at that for now, Libra. We'll put that little sleepyhead over there. Let's get into tarot. And I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the lovely Libras. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It was a bit of a bump in the road, right? Last week's reading was titled They Are Hurting. So whether you or somebody you're connected to me, it felt like someone was feeling some pretty big feelings, and it was showing up in multiple places throughout the reading. Now, as with all emotions, they pass from time to time. So hopefully we're going to get some more positive vibes this week. But yeah, let's see what we have. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone else's. Let's get you 3 cards. What do we have for the Libras in mid-August, please? What is happening? Quick, very, very quick. Double water card. So you remember the very first thing I was saying about this. It's like very watery, very water sign like. The first card out, we have the Knight of Cups. We got Prince Charming right here, and we will talk about it. Again, this is a card of emotional expression. We also have the Moon. Big mystery, huh? Big mystery card right in the center. Let's get one more out, then we'll really piece it together. What is happening here for Libra? Thank you. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, nice. So I will say this, a lot of these cards do lean more towards the positive, but we're definitely going to want to look into this further, especially with the mystery in the center, some unknowns. But yeah, let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But first look, first glance, I'm liking what I'm feeling here so far, because elementally we're starting off with 2 water cards, 1 earth. When you combine these elements, and you know the elements are important to me, water and earth, a lot of times that is potential. It could represent blessings and abundance that is forthcoming. And there's a lot of emotion here. That's another thing I will say, especially with these 2 cards, but there is some nice potential. There's also a lot of energy here around communication and talking. So let's go through piece by piece and like really start to build this out, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. the Knight of Cups. Like, there is a lot of possible communication happening. But position number one, the Knight of Cups himself. Now, a portion of you might be connected to a water sign. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. If that is not the case, all knights represent action, forward movement, and progress. Since this is of the cup suit, this one often shows up when emotional situations are happening, or you might be feeling big things, just like I saw last week, or if not you, somebody you're connected to. Usually this is a positive, smooth, silky smooth type of energy. And it could represent a person that's good with their words. But when we're talking about actions, they could be well-intentioned. So for a lot of Libras out there, maybe there's a situation where your intentions are good. Even though a situation might be difficult, your intentions about it are nice. I'm seeing action, I'm seeing communication with this Knight. It also represents a lot of emotion, a lot of care. So whether this is something you care quite deeply for or the reverse. Now, when this Knight of Cups shows up in the reverse, this could represent a feeling or an emotion that feels stuck, that's not quite healed from, that's like still in place. So, and you know, I always like to give you the positive and the challenge of every card. This is one of the most positive in the upright, but the challenges of it could be a lot of emotional turmoil. So we really want to clarify it. Now, moving to the center, the biggest card of mystery is here. We have the moon itself. Pisces energy, big Pisces energy. And I also give this to the Cancerians too, because that's their ruling luminary. The moon is very subtle. The moon is extremely emotional. It's a card of the dream world, the etheric realm, the astral planes, all that unseen energy, and it's very subtle. When I see this, your intuition could be heightened. You could be feeling the emotions of those around you. You could be much more in tune to these energies than you realize, or affected by them when the moon is here. It's highly, highly intuitive. So just know for most of the Libra collective, I'm not saying that you're going to be on edge. You're just going to be feeling a lot of things when this is here. But once again, this is the biggest card of mystery because it's at nighttime, it's shrouded. There's a subtlety to it. So there could be something unexpected coming in, or surprising, or something you don't quite see just yet, which is okay, right? There's always going to be little curveballs and mysteries in life. The moon does not have to be a bad card, especially when it's surrounded by two decent cards. But I just feel a lot of strong emotion here, Libra. Very, very strong emotion. Now, on to the back end, we have the Ace of Pentacles. One of my favorite aces. Now, I always say all aces represent opportunities and offers. So for a lot of you in this time, I mean, this isn't the most well-developed energy. It could be something that's very fresh, very new. You have to meet the universe halfway with action whenever this card is here. This is level up type of energy. There's a lot of potential with the Ace of Pentacles. So watch out. There could be various different offers, whether they're emotional offers or even monetary, coming in when this Ace of Pentacles is here. And it is a card of messaging, communication, and talking, just like this Knight of Cups here on the front end. So this could be really good. Now, when we get to the rough side of the Ace of Pentacles, beware of false opportunity. Be very discerning about any opportunity or offer in this time. Don't rush things with the Ace of Pentacles. It's meant to be taken very slow here, slow and meticulous. There's no rushing, because that's when there could be rug pulls and stuff like that. But I would say overall, I'm leaning positive, but I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. Let's get a good shuffle here and see what we got for the lovely Libras, please. Guides and Spirit team. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Knight of Cups. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Libra, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Knight of Cups time. Why is it here? So Knight of Cups. Thank you. Empress in reverse. So I do feel for a lot of you, this could be a bit of an emotional warning. I mean, we saw last week that there was someone that was feeling some big things, and we're feeling it here again. This is a card that represents you showing up here. Now, do I feel like this is something where the sky is falling? Absolutely not. But the Empress, that's Venus energy. That's one of your ruling planet. That is your ruling planet. So could be Taurus energy as well. But the fact that she's in reverse under the Knight of Cups, I do feel for a lot of Libras, there could be a lot of emotional spikes in this time, lots of ups and downs. So there might be sometimes some days where you're feeling like you're on top of the world. There could be other days where you're feeling pretty low. And I'm just being honest with you with how this is making me feel. For a portion of Libras out there, it could be very, very important for you if there's something you've been feeling for a long time that you let it out. Because with her in reverse under the Knight of Cups, I feel like if you let it bubble and bubble and bubble, eventually it's going to come to the surface as an eruption. Okay, so for a portion of you, maybe that's the case. Maybe you've been suppressing something for so long that it comes out as like an emotional eruption or an emotional explosion. That could very well be it if you don't find a way to work through it or release it. And maybe that's why we're getting so much water here. But I do feel like this could be an emotional warning. Okay, now if that's not you, again, this could be someone you're dealing with, still dealing with the things we were seeing last week, where like they could be in a very emotionally fragile space. So let's keep moving over to the moon. I don't feel like we need to keep hammering that home. Once again, though, I do want to say, although we have that little warning in the front, so far it's like all earthy, watery vibes still. There's a lot of potential. There's cards of blessings too. So it's not like the whole reading sunk just because we got one warning. Let's see what's up with the moon. See why the moon is here for the lovely Libras, please. Quick. Knight of Wands. Unexpected action, huh? Okay, so remember what I was saying about the Knight of Cups, where it's all about making moves, taking actions. And with the Knight of Wands, if you're not connected to a fire sign, when I see this under the card of mystery, I feel like somebody just acting or reacting in a way that you might not quite think they will. Okay, so I would say in this time, as far as interpersonal relationships and connections go, very cautious. Like you should be cautious in your ways, especially with this moon and Knight of Wands. Now, can this be good? Absolutely. It all really depends on your situation. But the Knight of Wands moves faster than this Knight of Cups. It's action, it's fiery, it's quick. And when it's under this card of mystery, I get somebody making a surprising or unexpected move that you weren't kind of foreseeing. So maybe this is going to come as a warning just in this time. Expect the unexpected in general. Specifically, like if there's someone in particular you've been dealing with, I feel like there's something that's the universe is going to send a curveball. Now, does that mean it's a bad thing? No. We still have this energy here on the back end that we want to look at further. A lot of this is around communication. So for a portion of you, if it's not someone making a move or taking an action, this could be in the realm of talking, like a surprising talk or an unexpected one. Let's see what the Ace of Pentacles has to say. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow. Okay. And I feel like I'm walking on, I don't want to say like a tightrope, but like a balance beam, like the Olympics, because I feel like, all right, well, this doesn't feel super bad to me. It doesn't feel super concerning, but at the same time, it doesn't feel super great. I feel like I'm walking down the middle. Let's go in on that Ace of Pentacles. I mean, it's like, could be better, could be worse. It's like giving me that kind of vibe. So what is Ace of Pentacles here? Okay. Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. Watch out for arguments, miscommunications in this time. And again, I'm not saying this is really coming from you. For a portion of you, you might be called to be like a peacekeeper or to like keep the peace between other people. So if like that could be a work or even a family thing. So that's just something to watch out for. But I feel like the main message we're looking at when the the Ace of Wands in reverse is underneath the Ace of Pentacles. It's like, all right, slow, steady, patient, understanding. So I feel like with whatever situations you're dealing with, whether it's career and work and money, patience, understanding. Whether it's another person, empathy, patience, understanding. I don't know why it's coming through like this, Libra, but it is. Usually the Ace of Wands is similar to this Knight of Wands. So I would say don't react. Don't be very reactive, especially like if there's a talk coming in that you don't see coming or someone makes a move that you don't see coming. I feel like if you react in a fiery, aggressive way, that's only going to make things worse. I feel like you need to just slow, steady, calm, non-reactive is the way. Now, if you're cross-watching for a Libra, I give you the same advice, non-reactive, okay? So not passive, just non-reactive. Don't give them the reaction I think they're going to get. I don't know why these are coming through the way they are, Libra, but that could still be good. And again, I'm walking this middle line, this middle path. Let's go through and do a quick recap. I'd say your reading is probably the most intriguing one I've done this week so far, but please, let's go through it before the shadow. Position number one, we do have a lot of repeat themes here. We have the double knights, we have the double aces, we have a lot of mystery, we have 4 cards around communication and talking. But position number one, we have the Knight of Cups with the Empress in reverse. Big emotional roller coaster. So I did say that this could be an emotional warning. There might be a few days where you're feeling pretty down, might be a few days you feel like you're on top of the world. To me, it's like someone that's going through the whole gamut of emotion. So it does feel like an emotional warning. For a portion of you, you might need to get something off your chest. You might really feel like you need to express it or get it out in one way or another before it erupts. Moving to the center, we do have this possible eruption. We have the moon with the Knight of Wands. So either this is an unexpected action that someone's going to take, or it's going to be in the realm of communication or talking, unexpected or surprising. And we still see it bleed over to the final, because when we get to the Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Wands in reverse, Spirit's saying slow, steady, patience, empathy, all of these terms, they were just coming through my head like that. So just react, or don't react. It's more like just be patient and just non-reactive. Use patience and empathy here for whatever it is you're dealing with. Don't let things spin out of hand, right? Because I do feel these up and downs and something building up and then boom, something happens. It could go off the rails real quick, but I don't feel you're going to feed into that. So please take a screenshot. Let's see what's in the shadows for you, my friends. Let's see what's in the shadows. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They can be a good thing. So let's get you one. And yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. What do we got? What do we have for Libra? Quick, thank you. The Knight of Wands again. So what we're picking up with the Knight of Wands as a shadow card is just as unpredictable and almost a direct mirror message that we were picking up here in the center, because remember, the moon is about obscured, shadowy things. Then the Knight of Wands, it's showing up again. Very, very unpredictable type of energy. So I would say for a lot of Libras in this time, laying low is a good idea. I picked that up in the Gemini reading. Especially if you're connected to a fire sign, like this is energy where it's like, okay, just lay low, maybe get into hermit mode for a little bit. I'm not trying to be too cautionary about it, but when I get a message multiple times in such a small spread, I mean, the message is pretty clear. This Knight of Wands can be very, very unpredictable. Okay, whether it's someone's actions or what they even say. So I would say just in general, expect the unexpected with this Knight of Wands. Now, this could also be a card of focusing your energy in the proper places, not wasting your energy as well. But this card is prone to have a bit of a temper. So in this time, watch out. Like, I mean, if you've been in the feels a little bit, the temper might come bubbling up. So we're just going to leave it at that now for Libra. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. And for the July subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for the August subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Gilded Tarot Royale, one of my favorite decks ever. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, if you could time travel, would you rather go into the past to meet your ancestors, or would you rather go into the future to meet your descendants? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.